Welcome back to the Wired Show, everybody. So, I think we all know what we need to talk about. We need to talk about The Bachelor first. And we are back to our old recording. So, if you're listening to this, this is not live. I said this last week, but if you didn't check out my show last week, these recordings are not going to be live for the next couple weeks because the campus is closed due to the high cases of Omicron. So if the sound quality sounds different, it's not as rich and as good. That's because I don't have a good quality mic. Okay, I don't have the good quality studio mics and all the equipment that they have at the college. So that's why. So I think we need to talk about The Bachelor. So honestly, I should know all this stuff because it was literally on last night. So we're gonna see how well my memory is with it. But it was week 2. There was a group date. Let me tell you, I still don't know people's names. I probably know like 7 or 8 girls' names, and all the rest of them, I just don't know who they are. But there's a group date, and they went to a birthday party of some sort. Hillary Duff surprised them from Lizzie McGuire. She surprised them, and they all were like fangirling. I'll be real with you. I feel like I was way too young to like know very much about Lizzie McGuire. I know it was a show in like the early 2000s, and the thing that I had of Lizzie McGuire was I'm pretty sure I had a Lizzie McGuire book in like maybe 2006, 2007. I'm pretty sure, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Lizzie McGuire came out like around that time, and I was like way too young to even know what the show was. Like, hold on, let me look it up. What year it came, because I'm pretty sure I was way too young when it came out to even understand the show. Yeah, it came out 2001, and it went on for 2 seasons. So yeah, I wasn't even born until 2002. So yeah, and I was way too young to even understand the culture of it. Like I'm gonna say, like I was still watching freaking, I don't even know, Backyardians at 5, or The Explorer at 5 still. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah. So she came and everyone was fangirling over it because it's Lizzie McGuire and everything like that. And basically they had the role, I think it was some kid's birthday party. So everyone had a different role of doing stuff. Some people had to set up this like playhouse or something. You know, someone was one of the clowns, someone was in charge of making the cake and everything like that. And everyone did their job except for this one girl. I believe her name is Cassie. Cassie didn't decide. I don't know what her problem is, but I got issues with her. Everyone does. She decided to not do her job of helping. I believe it was. I think it was Gabby or Genevieve. I don't know which girl it was, but she was like not helping the other girl, whatever her name is, Genevieve, Gabby. She wasn't helping her, and she was like, I'm not here to build houses and stuff like that. I'm here to build a relationship. So while everyone else was working, she decided to take the time to go pull Clayton aside, and I'm pretty sure they went to like some pool on like the side of the house or the backyard or something. They went to some pool area, and they just talked and made out, and that was it. And so the whole entire time, she barely participated in the party whatsoever. When it got to the party, she didn't do anything. All the girls were like, "Where's she at?" Like, she's with Clayton. Like, we haven't gotten time to like talk to Clayton and everything like that. And usually, like, if you're doing something, it's usually like you do the thing and then you talk to them. But that's why they have the whole evening, like dinner. Not, I wouldn't say dinner, but like just like I don't know how to explain. It's like the end of the day, but it's like an evening thing where they just chat and stuff like that. But you can chat during the game, but if it's doing a certain task, then you usually don't. So people got mad at her about that. So she's like, okay, let me do my part. So she's like, okay, let me do my part. So she was talking to like the kids and trying to talk to the kids, and she's like, I don't really want to be here. Why am I here? I don't really like talking to kids. And they're like, oh, so you have a problem with us? I don't remember the whole entire conversation, but it was something like that. And she's like, okay, let me do my job. So when it came time for the girl's cake to come out, I'm pretty sure the girl's name was Maya. They got the cake, and Cassie brought the cake. I don't know if she did this purposely. Honestly, I think she did this purposely. She dropped the cake, and it fell on the ground. And the girl who made the cake was, I don't know the girl's name. I really don't know the girl's name. There's like 28 girls. Give me a break. Give me like 2 weeks and I'll know like majority of the girls' names. She dropped the girl's cake that the girl spent like a good hour making. I don't know if it was purposely or accidentally, but it got the girl mad. And everyone had problems with her and everything like that. So yeah. I don't even remember who won that. Oh, never mind. I was just like, I don't remember who won the group date roast for that. Never mind. Cassidy won the group date roast for that, and everyone was super mad about it because she basically wasn't here for any of the other girls or making connections or forming bonds or doing anything. She was just here specifically for Clayton, which I guess I understand in a way. Like, yeah, you're here for him, but also it's like you get to form friendships with people and everything like that. You get to bond with people and hang out with people because if you're on the season for a while, then you're gonna have to make connections with people, stuff like that. Like when I played Big Brother on Snapchat, even though it was a week, I still formed connections with people. I still got the time to take to talk to people and stuff like that, and I still try to be super social even with cast members after the season. And like I'll be on their Instagram stories or I'll comment on their Instagram posts. It's just a polite thing to do, and for her to just like oh, I'm not gonna talk to any of the girls, no, I'm not gonna help participate in this. I'm just gonna be here for Clayton and Clayton only. It's kind of a little bit selfish in my opinion. So yeah, so that happened, and then one-on-one date happened, and I think oh god, what is her name? Susie, who I believe is the pageant girl. She went on a one-on-one date. I don't remember what the date. What was their date? I don't remember what their date was. Oh, it'll either come to me in like 2 minutes or it won't. But I don't remember. But they had a date together. It was something with heights. I remember, and I was like, okay, no. Oh, actually, I remember now. I remember now. So they went in the private helicopter over like Beverly Hills area and everything like that. And then I don't know how, but they landed on a yacht. They landed on a yacht, and then they were on a yacht together. But okay. It just literally the helicopter just landed on the yacht. I don't know how, but like props to whoever was flying that, because that is some mad skills, bro. That is some mad skills. And then yeah, they were on a yacht and they talked, blah 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 blah, and then it ended up being a good night. And he gave her the rose. Oh, also before that, I don't know why, but before that, Cassidy was like talking and saying like some of these girls here are not like are like super mad about me getting the rose, and I feel like some people are not as like outgoing and want to open and moving forward in relationship. And I think she called out people, but I don't remember who exactly. But yeah, and then there was a final group date. I was like 8 people. There's like 3 girls that didn't go on the group date. I don't remember their names. It was like 3 girls that didn't go on the group date. But there was another group date, and basically it was called the Red Flag Challenge. Honestly, I need a crash. I was like, sign me up. I need a crash course. And I was texting my friend. I'm like, girl, we need to be in this because we need some a crash course on what red flags are and how to avoid them. Honestly, but basically, it was some comedian. I don't remember the name of it. Xena was it? I don't remember the name of it. But basically, she just was asking questions, seeing who has red flags. Basically, they played Never Have I Ever, or basically I was like, oh, it's like put a finger down, but they didn't do that. They had little paddles, they literally had paddles, like from freaking, what was One Direction, Never Have I Ever. They had paddles that they turned around, but I think it would have been more fun if they just did like, put a finger down if you did this, instead of that. So they did that, and there was some interesting stuff like, I'm not gonna say. Well, actually, I don't remember. One of them was like, "Have you ever cheated on somebody in your relationship?" And this one chick's like, "Does high school count?" And they're like, "Yeah, high school counts." And there's like some other questions like, I don't even remember the other questions. And so yeah, after that, they had a little bit of an obstacle course, and let me say, it got a little bit like, there's some issues with that. So there's an obstacle course. They like went through a bunch of like obstacles of like emotional walls, and they had to break a wall, and like thirst traps, and they had to drink a whole thing of milk. And I forget what the other one was. Um, but basically, there's some drama in it because Shanae was getting pretty riled up. I don't know how, I don't know why, but like she previously said beforehand, like, you know, I'm not gonna be this soft-spoken Shanae that they talked about. I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna be Shanae now, which honestly, okay. And I don't know how, I don't know why, but she just got crazy all of a sudden. She was doing the whip and the nay during like the never have I ever questions. I was like, girl, that's so 2015. You need to stop doing that. So basically, she pushed. I think I don't remember. I don't remember the girl's name. Oh my god, what was the girl's name? Elizabeth. I think yeah, Elizabeth. She pushed this girl Elizabeth down and super mad about it. And they beef, which I'm gonna talk about in like a couple of minutes. So I believe I think Gabby won. Yeah, Gabby won the. I think she won the like the official challenge. So yeah. So then we get to the rose ceremony. Or not the rose ceremony. Why am I saying the rose ceremony? Honestly, I should not be doing these shows like at 7 o'clock at night because I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm already so tired. Okay. The night group date. So there's some drama between Shanae and Elizabeth. So basically, Shanae's like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Clayton. I'm gonna say that there's some people with red flags, and I'm just gonna say that Elizabeth is one of them because me and her, like the first night we were all like buddy buddy, and now all of a sudden she's like not wanting to talk to me or even look at me. Like she's so two-faced and whatnot. And basically she just like ratted Elizabeth out when Elizabeth did nothing wrong. So then she came back to the girls and Clayton's like, can I come pull your side, Elizabeth? And everyone's like, okay, what was up with that? What is up with that? And Shanae's like, oh, I don't know. And they're like, well, it's so out of the blue, something must have happened that we missed because all of a sudden now he wants to talk to Elizabeth. And he had a conversation with Elizabeth, and Elizabeth was like, no, like that's so not true at all. Like, I don't know why she would be saying that. No, that's not my intention ever. I don't know why she just spilled the tea on the other girl. She's like, I don't know why Shanae's saying that I'm two-faced. I actually didn't want to bring drama and stuff like that because I didn't want to be that person. But since she started saying stuff about me, I'm going to say she actually pushed me, which she did push her in the obstacle course, like I said. And so she spilled the tea on that. And yeah, so then Elizabeth came back, and her and Shanae had a conversation with each other. Kind of got some heated conversation. Basically, it was like a whole like misunderstanding, even though they still weren't on the same page because there was still more drama. So Shanae's talking about, I don't even know what Shanae's problem is. She's like, you're so two-faced with me, like we were all buddy buddy, and then I'm like having a conversation with you at the pool, and it's like you're not even talking to me, you won't even look in my direction. And basically Elizabeth's explanation was that she has ADHD and that she can't focus on like one person talking at a time, which I completely understand. So I get where she's coming from. And then so they're like, oh, so then they're like, okay, Shanae's like, okay, are we good now? Everything is just a whole misunderstanding. We're good. And they're like, yeah, we're good. And then they both came back. I don't know what happened, but like within like I don't even know how long it was. Shanae like got pissed off again. She's like, I don't know why you're doing this again. You're like being cold shouldered to me. You're not even like looking. You're like you just said that we were good and everything. And now all of a sudden you're just like ignoring me again. And then she had the nerve to basically air out that Elizabeth has ADHD to everybody. And I don't even know what the whole deal was. And I don't know, they had beef with each other. I don't know why. But the girl who got the group date rose was the one who won the challenge, which I believe is Gabby. So then we went to the rose ceremony. Well, not even the rose ceremony, it's the cocktail party. We didn't even get to the rose ceremony because there was so much drama. So, once again, still Shanae and Elizabeth still had issues with each other. I don't know why. They had another talk with each other. Well, at least I think they tried to have another talk and it didn't go out well. So yeah, that happens. And then I forget who the girl's name is who brought up the convo, but she was talking with oh my god, what is the girl's name that went on the one-on-one date? Not the one-on-one date. The one that was it the one-on-one date? I think one of the girls who won the roses. Either was I'm so blanking on names. I cannot think of any names. Either was what is the girl's name? What is the girl's name? Shelly or what was the other girl's name that I said before? I completely forget. I'm so bad at this. I completely forgot the other girl's name that I mentioned on the date that was being annoying. It was that girl or one of the girls. Basically, she's like, actually, I skipped a whole part. Oh my god, I'm like so all over the place. So, Shanae and Elizabeth had a conversation, and they were just like cold shoulder with each other, and then like they had a conversation out in the open with everyone, and Shanae once again exposed that like Elizabeth had ADHD and that was the reason why, and everyone's like, okay, but like her mental health has nothing to do with the conversation, like you shouldn't air that out like that, stuff like that. Okay, now I'm back to where I was talking about. So I think it was either I just remember the name, it was either Cassidy or Cassidy or Shelly. It was one of the girls. Basically, I guess what they told one of the girls, I don't know what girl they told, but basically they told um that like they have a friends with benefits back at home, and basically like the guy called her like while she was at the hotel the day that they were meeting, and she told him like, hey, I'm gonna be like MIA for a bit. And the guy's like, okay, well, we can like, hang out and do stuff together when you come back. And she's like, yeah. So basically, she's got a side thing, a friends with benefits thing with some other dude while she's on the show. And I don't know who, I forget the girl's name who, but she brought it to Clayton's attention, and Clayton's when it basically left off on Clayton went to Jesse and was like, has anyone ever like taken back a rose before? Because he doesn't want to know if he wants to. I forget what girl it is. It's either Cassidy or it's either Cassidy or it's either Shelly. It's one of the girls, but I completely forget what girl it was. But yeah. So that was the tea on that. We have to wait 2 weeks because I believe football is on next Monday and they're not having the show, which I'm kind of bummed about. So we're gonna have a break. Also, yeah, we're gonna have a break for a week. So yeah, not excited for that, but it's whatevs. So wow, I literally talked about the Bachelor. I always go on about the Bachelor for like the longest time. Okay, so I have like 10 minutes, so I think I need to talk about some other stuff. So recently I've been watching Squid Games, and I am literally like me, my mom and my dad have been watching it, and my parents are literally obsessed with the show. It's so interesting. I already knew about Squid Games already from watching people, like streamers, play like games of it, or YouTubers like Mr. Beast posting about making their own Squid Games or having other Squid Game versions. So I was excited to watch the show. Um, and I must say, it's really good. It's really good. Like, if you haven't watched Squid Games yet, go watch Squid Games on Netflix. And so, if you're not into like gory stuff like people dying and blood and like dead people and like organs and stuff like that, I wouldn't watch it. But if you're into that stuff and you can handle that stuff, then I highly recommend the show. But it's pretty interesting. Like, even if you know the plot or even if you know the games, you don't really know the plot unless you do know the plot. But I knew the games and I didn't know the plot, so the plot was like completely surprising to me. I didn't know anything about the show except for the games played and a little bit of backstory. But it was so interesting to finally see, like, oh, that makes sense now. Like, everything makes sense to me completely on why. It was really interesting too. So, highly recommend that. I also, what else have I been watching? I also have been watching Judge Steve Harvey. It was on my TV a couple days ago, and it was the most funniest thing ever. If you haven't seen my Instagram, I posted an Instagram story about it because it was on last night again, and I got my I got my best friend hooked into it, and so that show was really good. Steve Harvey, the host of Family Feud, he's not classified as a judge, but he has a judge show, and it's honestly the funniest thing ever. They get the most crazy people. It's like the one sibling suing another sibling for something, or an ex-friend, or ex-friend is suing another ex-friend of theirs for some reason. Like, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's so entertaining. Steve Harvey's so entertaining, but yeah, I highly recommend that if you haven't watched that yet. I think it's on every Tuesdays at 10. Also, and when I say watch it, I literally watched it 2 days ago, and then I watched the episode that I watched was on again, but I didn't watch the first two cases, so I watched the first two cases and then the case, and it was great. Lastly, another show that I've been watching way too many shows, and honestly, I need to cut it down a bit. But lastly, I've been watching Joe Millionaire. I believe the premiere of it was, I don't know what day it was. I don't know what day it was, but I watched Joe Millionaire, and it's pretty good. Basically, if you don't know what the game is, it's kind of like, it's almost like a Bachelor style kind of game. But it's like there's two different guys. One guy's super rich, one guy is not so rich, and there's like 20 so different girls, and they don't know who's rich and who's poor, and they basically see, who's here for love or who's here for money. Basically, they just go and date and fall in love with people, and they pick, their top people, or each guy picks the one that they want, and they reveal to the girl, whether they're rich or poor, and then like the girl's like, oh no, that's fine, I still want to be with you, or oh no, that's a problem for me, and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty interesting. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to watch all these shows, because once I believe I start college again Wednesday. Like, literally my break was only 3 weeks, and it's literally going by so fast already. But that's another good show I recommend to go watch. So basically, if you haven't watched Squid Games, go watch that. Also, if you want to see hilarious courtroom cases, go watch Steve Harvey. And if you want to see some Bachelor style shows, go check out Joe Millionaire. Those are like my 3 shows that I've been watching. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really been watching the Steve Harvey show. I watched one episode of it, but Squid Games, I'm pretty sure I have about like 6 more episodes left of it, and Joe Millionaire, I just watched the first episode of it. But there's an update on all the shows I've been watching. And it's crazy that I literally like started them all this week. That's completely crazy to me. Like, I just realized that. Okay, so yeah. I'm so tired. Okay, those are all the shows that I've been watching. Highly recommend all of those. I feel like I don't want to talk about other topics until Samara gets here, so I don't know what we can talk about. I don't know what we should talk about for the next like 7 minutes. I do watch too many shows. I realize that I need to like cut down on shows because I'm gonna be so busy. Like, I literally, like, all the shows I watch currently, I watch The Bachelor currently. I watch The Masked Singer, but I'm pretty sure it's off season right now. I watch Big Sky, which is still on. I watch I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is a Netflix series, I believe. I've been watching Squid Game. I've been watching Joe Millionaire, so that's like 6 shows right there for you. Yeah, that's a lot of shows. I feel like I might need to like cut a couple, because that's way too many, and I'm way too busy for that. Like, I don't even know once my college semester starts how I'm gonna be able to do that. I don't know. Oh my god, you can literally hear my yawning. I'm literally so tired. But it's fine. I asked Samara what the best time is for calling and doing a show, because she is busy herself with moving back in and stuff like that, and she said Tuesdays at this time, so we're doing it this time. Usually before we would do them like at 12 or 1 o'clock, when I would be more awake, but now it's like the end of the day and I'm so tired. Literally, I don't know if you can tell in previous recordings, but like when I do them live, they would also be live at 7, and I'm always like so tired and have no energy. I try my best though, but that I just don't have any energy. Okay. Okay, let's see. We step into the fight. I don't know what to talk about. We step into the 5 minutes. Okay, we'll start a topic, and then we'll probably just like repeat it again. Actually, I don't know if I want to start another topic and repeat it again. I don't know. So I guess we talk about one topic. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to like not be talking about something for like 5 minutes and have it just be dead air, but I don't know what to talk about. I want to wait to state my topics till like Samara gets here. That's the issue I have. But I guess we could talk about. I believe Jim Gardner is retiring from Action News. Did I say Action News? Yeah, Action News. At 11, which is so sad because I love you some Jim Gardner. He's literally been a part of the franchise for like 40 years. He was a part of the freaking, what was it, the 100-year franchise. It was great, and he's finally retiring, which I was just like, because Jim Gardner is great. Like, even though he's like super old and he should retire, he's great at news. Honestly, I'm impressed by his skills. So I'm kind of sad. Apparently, sorry, yawning. I'm pretty sure Rick Williams is taking over the 11 o'clock thing and also 6 o'clock. But that's sad, bro. That's so sad. Like, Jim Gardner is great. Honestly, I only like literally like I only freaking watch it and I only know it because it's on my TV, and my living room seat is literally like right next to the TV, so I hear everything that's on the TV, and it's in my peripheral as well. When I'm like watching videos or trying to like do something, I can hear it in the background. So like that's how I know everything on TV related. Like commercials, I can probably name like so many different commercials and everything. It's so bad. Yeah. Can we get a yawn count? Honestly, we should get a yawn count. I think I've yawned at least 3 times in the past 27 minutes. That's so bad. I'm sorry. That is so bad. I'm literally so tired because it's 7 o'clock and we're recording this. Even though we usually film it at 7 o'clock, I don't know why. I'm just always tired at this time. So I'm pretty sure we can get a yawn check. I'm pretty sure that was like 3 or 4. I don't know what it was exactly. Oh, I still have this tab open for Lizzie McGuire. For me, I feel like I need to watch Lizzie McGuire because like I said previously, I was way too young for it to understand the concept of it or understand it. Like on Teen Nick, I watched everything except for Degrassi because I felt like Degrassi was way too old for me to understand. Like I watched Zoe 101 and I watched Drake and Josh on Teen Nick and iCarly and Victorious, but that was like on Nickelodeon. But Teen Nick, I watched Zoe 101 and Drake and Josh, but for some reason I just didn't watch Degrassi because it was like I don't know. I guess it was like high school stuff, and for me being like I don't know like 7 or 8 didn't understand that, but for some reason I understood Zoe 101. When Zoe 101 is also like high school and they're at like dorm rooms or something like that. I don't understand. I don't know why Degrassi didn't click with me. I don't know. I've seen clips of Degrassi, but I've never like sat through and watched the whole entire thing of the whole entire season of Degrassi. I've just seen clips of it before. And I've seen clips of Lizzie McGuire too, but I haven't watched the whole thing. So yeah. So let me get Samara in here and we'll see, if she's ready for this call or not. It's like 30 seconds early, but no, it's fine. Hello? Hello? Hi. Why is it so dark where you're at? I thought it was just my brightness, but like, okay. I didn't see anything at first. I was like, what am I looking at? Honestly, my lighting in my room. Honestly, my lighting is terrible too. Okay, so. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can like kind of see you, but it was just like super dark for a minute. I was like, okay, there we go. That's a bit better. It's like one of those ring lights. Let me just turn on my ring light so you can just see my face.
Actually, my mom bought me a ring light.
Use a ring light just to expose my face. Okay. So how do you feel about Bob Saget? I am so depressed about it.
Oh my god, I literally was like, oh my god, I saw a post from like an actress I followed on Instagram, and she posted a photo of Bob Saget, and she said, "We miss you." I'm like, oh my god, him too?
I saw a post about it, like breaking news, and they just posted like 8 minutes ago, and I was like, what? What? I'm like, how? This dude's young still.
Yeah, he's in his like mid 60s. That's not old enough to be dying of natural causes, but yet no one knows how he died.
I know. It's 2022. It's first Betty White, now Bob Saget, plus that other actor. I don't know his name. He was like Sydney something. I don't know his name though. But I was like, bruh, I loved Full House. Like I would watch it. I feel like I would watch it before school, and then sometimes at my grandparents' house, I would watch it all the time.
Same. I definitely used to watch Full House when I was a kid. Like a
Yeah.
lot more. I haven't watched it now. It's not like anywhere. It's not on anywhere. But yeah, I used to watch it any chance I got. I would watch it.
Yeah, I would literally. I feel like I would watch it. I think I would watch it before school or something. I don't know. I remember watching it like in a super young age, and I was like into it too.
Yeah. I mean, I was into it too. It's like, I don't know. It's just, it was that show.
It was just
one of those shows that like were just really good.
Yeah, I was talking about earlier how like for on The Bachelor they had Hilary Duff from Lizzie McGuire, and I'm like, I never watched Lizzie McGuire growing up. Like, did you ever watch it? I feel like I said like, oh, I didn't watch it because I feel like I was way too young to just understand it, but like I feel like people watched it that are my age.
See, here's the thing with us being born in the early 2000s, it's weird because a lot of us, some of us know certain things that aired around that time, and some of us don't know. Like for example, you know, Lizzie McGuire aired in like 2003. Most of us were like toddlers.
Yeah.
But I do remember watching it on Disney Channel, like in like the later half of the 2000s. It was still on Disney Channel at the time.
I never remember watching it. I don't remember watching it at all.
Okay, here's the thing. Do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah.
If it's on Disney Plus, watch it. It is, even if you've never seen it, Diana, you've seen it because you grew up in the 2000s, and I don't know about you, but Lizzie McGuire stuff was everything.
Yeah, I had the book. I had the book in like second grade, and I know a bit of it, but like I barely remember it.
What if you watch it? Have you seen the movie at least?
I think I have, yeah.
Because here's the thing: if you have not seen the show, that's understandable. That aired like when we were, most of us were just being born. But the movie is how most people know it.
I've seen clips of the movie. I've definitely seen clips of the movie, but I haven't watched the whole entire movie.
I think you should watch it. It is so. It's like, have you know how like early 2000s coming back, like fashion wise? Watch Lizzie McGuire, and you'll see like everything is trendy on it.
Trendy?
Being almost 20 years old. Yeah.
Really?
I'll show you. Hold on. I'm gonna go on Google right now. Like the clothes they wear is insane.
Oh really?
No, wrong one.
Wrong decade.
Alright, let me see if I can. This is like fashion. Fashion. Well, it's fashion.
These are just like pictures from the. Okay.
Just like, look at this.
Okay, that kind of looks like stuff I would wear.
It's so cute. Everything they wear is so cute on the show. It's so like, oh my god. And the show is nice. It's iconic. Like, and also it's like.
Okay, some of the stuff I would wear. Honestly, yeah, some of the stuff I would wear.
And it gives you middle school vibes because in the show they're all in middle school, so it's not like a high school version of it. It's like they're all like in like 7th grade, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool.
It's good. I promise you, it's everything.
I've definitely seen clips of it. I feel like I definitely watched it, but I just don't remember it at all.
Yeah, it aired. Let me see. What year did it air? Oh, 2001. I wasn't even born when the show aired.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It came out. The first episode came out January 12th, 2001. So it's literally 21 years old. It's almost 21 years old. It's gonna be 21 years old tomorrow.
Ow. Okay.
The show is older than the both of us. So yeah, that makes sense.
That's cute. I was also talking about Degrassi was one of those shows I never watched either. Like I watched everything on Teen Nick except Degrassi. That was the only thing I didn't watch.
Here's the thing. I had Teen Nick for a brief period in time, but I never liked watching Degrassi because I felt like it was too mature for me.
That's what I said. I said I was way too young to understand the concept of it, but I still watched Drake and Josh and Zoe 101, and they were like high school stuff. And I'm like, I don't understand Degrassi, and I'm blaming that for the reason. But I literally watched Drake and Josh and Zoe 101 at that age, and I was like, yeah, I love this show, but just Degrassi just didn't click with me, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't like Degrassi because I felt like it took the high school premise like more serious than Nickelodeon shows. Like the other Nickelodeon shows are like fun high school stuff, but like Degrassi talks about a lot of dark stuff, like a lot of dark, almost too realistic. Like Drake and Josh is just funny. It's just a funny, stupid kids show, and I love that. Or Zoe 101, it's the same thing, but like Degrassi kind of leaded into like almost adult topics for teens, and I was like, I don't know, I'm 12, I don't want to watch that.
Okay, that's because Dan Schneider didn't create it. That's probably the only reason.
Yeah, if Dan Schneider created it, there would have been feet in it.
Because I'm pretty sure he created Drake and Josh and Zoe 101.
He created a lot of the Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
iCarly, Victorious, Sam and Cat.
All those shows. See, I look back on like the episodes now, and I'm just like, oh, now I see what the problem is now. Now I see why people have an issue with it. Because before I was like, wait, what is the issue? But now I'm like, oh, I see the issue.
Yeah, the earlier shows have more problems, but here's the thing. How would you rate the shows? Like Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, iCarly, Victorious, Sam and Cat. Like, where would you rate those shows? From like
Sam and Cat, I feel like would be at my bottom because I didn't really watch it, and I was kind of at the point where I was like in teenage years, almost preteen years, where I didn't really watch shows. So I feel like that would be at my bottom. Oh, I don't know what my top would be. I feel like this is hard. I don't know. I feel like iCarly is my top because I feel like that's the thing that I would always be talking about or singing about when I was younger. Like there's videos of me doing like trying to do iCarly videos. So I feel like that's at my top. And then I feel like I feel like Zoe 101 was next, then Drake and Josh, then Victorious. But like I don't really know. They're all kind of at like the same ranking for me. I don't really have a ranking on them.
I would rate Sam and Cat on the bottom with you. I feel like Sam and Cat was not a good show. It could have been a lot better, but it wasn't. And I remember episodes during the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not good. It's not good. Like, it has it's just not fun.
I think they just tried to take characters from previous shows that were just so popular and just continued with it when it just didn't really work with it. They went on with the same characters instead of like creating different characters for them. And something that didn't make any sense for them whatsoever.
And the weird thing is, okay, they already met before. The show tried to make it seem like this is the first time they met.
That's what I'm saying!
Victorious and iCarly special, they met before. They literally sung the song, the same
That's what I'm saying!
Together.
They met each other before.
Like, are we just supposed to pretend that they never, like, we're just supposed to pretend like they just forgot? That was only like a few years ago.
Oh my god, the funniest thing ever was the Victorious and iCarly mashup. When they saw Victoria Justice, they're like, "You look like Shelby Marks," and she's like, "Yeah, I get that I'm not." I'm like, "That is Shelby Marks. Like, what are y'all doing?"
I think that was supposed to be like a cute little inside joke because it looks like I think that was fine, but it's just like they should have done that for Sam and Cat. Like they should have done a similar joke where it's like, "Hey, have we met before?" Why didn't they? See, the show was just weird. I don't know who it was for. Nobody likes it. That's why it got canceled. Well, it also got canceled because Ariana Grande's music career was taking off. So
she flew.
Thank God
she flew.
She dropped that as soon as she did.
She's like the only person that represents Nickelodeon singers. Honestly, she's carrying the weight for everybody else against all these Disney stars.
She's actually surpassing most of these Disney stars.
Yeah.
Like she's like, let's face it, Ariana Grande surpassed all the Disney.
Yeah. But like, what would your ranking be for like iCarly, Drake, and Josh, Zoe 1, Victorious?
I have to say iCarly's at the top. I think iCarly was the best show.
Yeah.
Hands down. Like it just was.
That was my top.
Out of all the shows, iCarly got the reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Because no offense, nobody would watch a Victorious reboot. As much as I love Victorious, which Victorious for all its wackiness. Actually, no. Drake and Josh is second. Victorious is third. Going 101 is last.
I put Victorious last.
Here's the thing. Going 101 is last because the humor was different. It wasn't as wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Victorious is weird because I think they went off the deep end with Victorious a little bit. With the wackiness.
A little bit.
Like if you watch the April Fool's episode, I'm just like
I don't understand that episode. That episode was stupid. I don't understand anything in that.
More than stupid. That episode was more than stupid. I was like, what were the writers doing? How do you come up with that stuff? It's like the April Fool's episode.
What was it they were on? Like, what was it? The match game? Like, was half the episode was the match game?
Match game. Kat dressed up as Dorothy, but she was in the bathroom, and everyone was in the bathroom dressed as Wizard of Oz characters. And then there was one thing where it's like I think there was one time on Victorious where Drake Bell ran through the set.
Yeah.
For no reason. What else happened in the April Fool's episode? Someone dressed up as a bunny, I think.
I just remember the game show.
Yeah, I remember the game show too.
And what was the other game show? Brain Squeezers? Oh, that show was great. But, like, I don't know. I feel like Victorious for me was just, like, at the bottom. Or, like, it's kind of hard to, like, put them at a bottom. Like, I feel like they all have the same ranking to me.
Yeah, I put iCarly on the top because it's just elite. No one can compare iCarly.
Yeah.
Is the best. Beginning to finish. Like,
yeah, iCarly was probably the one thing I probably remember most having the most stuff about. Because I had lunch boxes. I had the iCarly headbands. I had the remote. I had the freaking remote.
I had the McDonald's toy.
Pretty sure I still have the remote. It's got the yay, the boo, the random dancing, and like some other button. I had like the book too. I got like the bookstore. I don't know what else I had. I'm pretty sure I had an iCarly board game at one point. I'm pretty sure I had the board game. But
Yeah.
I don't remember if I had that. But that was definitely at my top. Okay, what do we have to talk about? Oh, I talked about this earlier. Have you watched Judge Steve Harvey?
No, I've watched other judge shows. I watched Judge Judy once.
Okay, Judge Steve Harvey, he's not an actual judge, but it's like the funniest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. He tries to be a judge and it's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm familiar with him because he hosts Family Feud. He's like a comedian. I heard he has like a show.
Yeah, he has a show. That's pretty funny. I thought it was interesting. It was on like a couple days ago, and I think it's on again tonight. But yeah. Okay. What other news do I have? Okay. I don't know how, but I found this article where I'm pretty sure it's a teacher, put I believe it was her child in the trunk after the child got COVID, so the child wasn't exposed to anything or didn't pass COVID on to anybody else. But I was like, why would you put them in the trunk? Your face is in awe. She literally told the district director for house services that he was in the trunk so that he didn't get exposed to the virus. Well, that she didn't get exposed to the virus while driving. So she didn't want to get sick while she was driving him to the testing site. So she put him in the trunk.
Somebody needs to call CPS with her.
This is a teacher too. I don't know if it's one of her students or one of her kids. It just said her child. So I don't know if it's her child or like her kid.
It's probably her kid.
Why would you put your kid in the trunk?
That's child abuse.
Like, I don't know. Apparently she has like felony charges.
Highly illegal.
But I'm just like, why would you do that?
Illegal.
Yeah.
Like there are you can't just place a child anywhere in a car. Like there are literally like laws now. Well, not now. They've existed for years, but like you can't there are laws that a parent can get arrested probably if they don't have like a car seat for a child. Like kids specifically cannot just be put anywhere in a car. Like they can't sit in the front seat unless they're a certain weight and height.
Or age. I think you have to be like 12 to sit in the front seat. Like my cousin's at like 9, but like I want to sit in the front seat. I'm like, you are 9. You're gonna get yourself killed if we crash. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. And also like if they sit in the back seat, they need a car seat if they're not big enough or they won't weigh enough. So it's like the fact that this woman put her kid in the trunk, like that's highly illegal.
I don't know. Apparently, she like went through a drive-through and like someone spotted the kid in the trunk. But I'm just like, I don't know if it was like one of those like trunks where they close, or was like one of those like cars where like in the back where you can see the trunk.
It's probably one of those.
But still, I was just like, why would you put your kid in a trunk? It's just dumb.
My thing, yeah, it's dumb and also it's unsafe. Thank God it's one of those. If someone saw the kid in the trunk, then it's not one of those like cars where they're completely like stuck in there. So if that were the case, that kid would have suffocated. Especially if they're like super young.
I don't know. Okay. Other news. Apparently, there's TikTok conspiracy theories that Kylie Jenner gave birth to her second child already. I don't know how, but like there's like this TikTok video where it's like, let me tell you why Kylie Jenner gave birth already. And here's my explanation. Where's the video? I'll play the video.
Some people are gonna say, well, what about the Krispy
That's
Kreme
not that hard to believe because, I mean, when she announced she was pregnant, she was already quite far along. Like she was like at least 5, 6, 7 months pregnant. So of course she probably had her baby by now.
Yeah.
That I love how people make TikToks and they're like, I'm gonna give you guys the real tea, and I'm like, girl, that's not tea. That's just the truth. That's just doing basic math. You have to calculate it.
It's like, here she is in this photo going on a flight. She would not be allowed to be on a flight unless you're like this many weeks pregnant. She's already past that, so she must have had her baby already. Is what the explanation was.
Probably. You also know that Kylie Jenner has a history of hiding her pregnancy
Yeah.
and hiding the birth of her child. I don't understand why people are acting like she probably did. Yeah, she probably did. She probably already had that kid weeks ago.
I don't know. It just reminds me of the whole entire, like, just thinking about it now, it reminds me of the whole entire King Brown situation where he didn't reveal that his wife gave birth until Christmas. I think it was. I was like, you had a kid? And you want to tell everyone now?
Yeah, I feel like that's a new, like, celebrity thing. I feel like ever since Kylie did that, a lot of celebrities have been, like, hiding pregnancies and waiting months after they have the kids to announce they have it. Especially during the pandemic, I feel like so many celebrities kept, like, popping out kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't find out about it until, like, hey guys, I had a baby, like, 3 months ago. Like, for example, Halsey.
Yeah.
Halsey announced they were pregnant when they were, like, 7 months. They're already, like, due.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, so many people just pop up pregnant. And then they, like, have the baby, and then we're like, wait, when did this happen?
When did you have a kid?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, what other news topics do I have? Let's see. Okay, so do you know about the Bixie hair trend? Apparently it's like a mix of a bob and a pixie, and apparently it's like the new hairstyle trend.
What does that even look like?
It's like, it's a mix of like a bob and a pixie. Like, I'm pretty sure like Rowan Blanchard had it for like a good like year or so.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Let me look up the haircut. But apparently it's like the new haircut that's trending. I'm like, okay.
Are you gonna get it, Diana?
No, I'm not gonna get it. But like, they showed Rowan Blanchard having it like last year. Apparently this is the Bixie cut.
Oh.
But like,
we've seen that for a
but
while.
I'm like, but like,
that's basically almost like a short mullet.
Yeah, but I'm like, she's had that for a while, and it's been a thing in 2021,
Yeah.
and people are now saying, oh, it's a new thing for 2022 because someone posted having it, and it's like, it's been a thing already.
It's been a thing for quite some time. To me, it looks like a short mullet.
Yeah.
People's been wearing mullets the entire pandemic, so
And then it says short haircut winter 2021/22. Do you know the Bixie cut? Apparently, it's the new haircut trending, but I'm like, I feel like it's been a thing.
Yeah, it's just been called something different.
They really call it the Bixie.
Oh my god, Diana, the day you get a pixie cut is the day that like the world will stop.
I'm like, I don't want to cut my hair short ever because I've cut my hair short before, or I've gotten my hair cut short before, and it just doesn't look good. Like, there's videos of me at like 5 or 6, and my hair was like here. It was literally like here because it was cut so short.
Oh my god, Diana, you should get the curtain bangs that you see on TikTok.
Ew! I have problems with the curtain haircut. It's literally the ugliest haircut I have seen. I hate guys that have curtains. I just find it disgusting. Like, the only exception was Greg from like The Bachelorette, but like everybody else, I was just like, ew. Your curtains need to go.
That's like the girl hairstyle for the curtain bang.
Oh, not the girl. Oh, the girl hairstyle. What's the girl hairstyle? I was talking about the guy's hairstyle for curtains because that's a no for me.
No.
What is
girl curtain bang? Where it's just like a little, you know.
I don't know. I had bangs when I was younger, when I was like 2 up until like 3.
Oh my god.
Because my hair literally used to be straight with bangs up until I turned 3. Then it got curly. So I don't know how I would look with bangs now. I feel like you can't really have bangs with curly hair. I don't know if that really like works.
Oh my god, Diana, there's so many people who have bangs with curly hair.
Really? I just feel like for me it just like wouldn't work.
I believe in it. Wait, let me see this. Actually, no, never mind. I feel like here's the thing. It has to work with a face shape. I feel like you have to have a certain face shape for like certain types of bangs and stuff.
I don't know.
You know, like you can't just like, you know.
I don't know. I don't know if I would look good with bangs or not. Like, I don't know. I don't want to risk that. I don't know. But apparently the Bixie cut is the new hair trend. Okay, what is the other topics I have? Okay, so apparently former American Idol runner-up Clay Aiken announced that he is running for Congress again in North Carolina. I didn't even know that he was running.
I'm tired of celebrities running for governor because they're not equipped.
I only know one Clay Aiken song. I only know one of his songs. I don't.
American Idol, right?
Yeah, he was runner-up of American Idol.
Yeah.
Apparently he's got songs, and I guess he's popular, but I only know one of his songs. I know he was like popular probably like 2004, 2005, 2006. We were way too young. But I'm just like, I don't know this dude's songs. I don't know any of the songs. I didn't even know that he was running for it. But I'm just like, we need to stop having people who have been on TV before running for stuff. Like, first we had Jim Bob and like all of his allegations, and now we have this dude running. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm sick of celebrities thinking that they're qualified to run for
Kanye
office.
West for 2020.
They're not. Exactly. Like, and it's also harmful because these people just want to do it to like boost their like clout and boost their career. But it's like being a part of government and affecting people's lives is like a serious job. It's not like a joke. That's why people who are qualified run, because they are equipped to deal with that. These people haven't even like studied like government or political science.
I mean, I don't know the background with Clay Aiken, but I didn't picture him running for state representative? I don't even know what I said. Yeah. Congress, running for Congress. I just don't picture him doing that. I just picture him as a singer. And when I picture Jim Bob, I think of Jim Bob from 19 Kids of Counting. I don't picture him as like running to be state council or something, or Congress or something.
I don't see any of these people because they're not qualified, and it's like they have to deal with like real issues and problems that I don't think they have the qualifications for. You know? I just feel like these celebrities are doing it just for ratings and just for like
clout,
ego boost and like clout, and it's annoying because it's like real people who actually care enough.
That's why Samara wants to go for Senate for 2025. Didn't you say you wanted to go for Senate?
How old is? I don't think I'm old enough to be. Hold on.
You like looked it up, and like in one state, I think the oldest you had to be was like 23 or 24, and you're like, okay, I'm running for Senate. In like one state, I forget what state it was, but we had a convo about like 3 weeks ago on the air where you're like, I'm gonna run for Senate then. Okay, I'm tired of all these people running. I'm gonna run for Senate. I completely forget what state it was.
Senator, see? I have to be 30. So that's like 10 years from now. So 2031.
2031. I'm pretty sure it was like, I don't know where it was. I think it was somewhere else. You looked it up where it was like this like super young age.
Okay, no, it's 25 is the age for House Representative.
Yeah. That's what we were going on about. You're like
2026.
That's what you said before. You're like, yeah, I'm going for it. Put me in.
It's on. 2026, it's on.
Put her in. Put her in. Okay. We have 15 seconds left. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed listening to our show. You can check us out on our website. Our website is ggsuarez6302.wix.com/wiredtalkshow. You can also check us out on our Instagrams. My Instagram is Diana630, and you can plug your Instagram. And we hope that you enjoy listening to our show, and we will see you back next week. Bye.